Shaquille O'Neal's work ethic has always been dubbed as the biggest flaw of his career. Many people, most notably Kobe Bryant, believe that the four-time champion would have been a greater player if he had just worked on his game more and dedicated his life to basketball. As it has been well documented throughout time, O'Neal's focus was not just on basketball but also on the entertainment and business industries while competing for championships and solidifying his legacy in the NBA. But despite all the backlash he's received for his work ethic, O'Neal does not waste his time today thinking about the player he could have been. The Diesel even argues that it was remarkable he still turned out to be the player he became even if he had to distribute his time between his basketball career, family, and business ventures. I would have been Shaq. I met Kobe. Kobe was a beast. Nobody worked harder than him, but I think you can find success in many ways. You know, for me, I had 8 hours of work, 8 hours of business, 8 hours of family. See, Kobe was just getting married, getting to his family. I'm already 4 kids in. So after I put in my 2 or 3 hours of work, I have to be daddy. Now I have to be a husband. I have to take care of business. And mentally, I'm so strong, I don't need to work out for these bums anyway, O'Neal revealed in an appearance on Valuetainment. O'Neal also added that he was already confident with his game and knew that with or without more practice, he was the most dominant player on the floor. True enough, his talent alone was on a different level compared to his peers, and it was what solidified him as an NBA legend. For as great and dominant as O'Neal was, especially during his prime, he lost his chance to compete for more championships because of his work ethic. His commitment to the game was what threw Bryant off and eventually became one of the biggest reasons why their feud caused them to go their separate ways after winning 3 titles together. Dr. Jerry Buss and the Lakers brass chose Bryant over O'Neal when push came to shove in 2004, not because the 5-time champion was younger, but because his commitment to being great was unmatched. While Shaq's tenure with the purple and gold was more than successful, it's fair to wonder what else the duo could have achieved if O'Neal had been retained. Nevertheless, O'Neal still won a ring without Bryant and the Lakers in 2006 with the Miami Heat. His work ethic may have proved to be a weakness, but despite that, he's still considered one of the greatest players to ever step on the hardwood. Shaq actually revealed that he started winning championships when he stepped out of the basketball court and into the cage. O'Neal admitted that during off seasons, he was aiming to be in wrestling shape, and that proved to be the formula for his success. I never came back in wrestling shape. I always come back in basketball shape. But basketball, for me, I had to run, jump, and wrestle. So once I started training MMA when I stopped training basketball and just started training MMA, that's when I started winning championships, O'Neal said, per the Big Podcast with Shaq. In hindsight, it all makes a lot of sense. While Shaq was a basketball player, he wasn't necessarily dribbling and shooting all the time. Rather, he was camping in the paint, moving and throwing bodies around, just like an MMA fighter. Up to a certain extent, we can say that this is also the main reason why Shaq sucked at the free throw line. His body wasn't just tuned to be a basketball player, but a cage fighter.